So one quick mushroom trip later, and the Discovery stops at a ringed Class M world, and it has human life signs on it. Bryce picks up a distress call that they pinpoint to a small village with no signs of technology. They place the arrival of the humans to be about the same time as World War III on Earth. There are roughly 11,000 inhabitants and 10 settlements and no signs of electricity. Because of this, they are considered a pre-warp civilization, and General Order 1, the Prime Directive, applies. The theme of this season is faith, and the crew has a conversation about divine intervention and Clark's third law. They decide to beam down and learn more, and we learn that Owo grew up on a Luddite colony on Earth.
Yeah, it's interesting, too, that it brings back that small snippet of Pike's character from the cage, bringing it forward here to a much more prominent place.
The religious beliefs?
Yeah.
Again, it was a very small thing in the cage that I think they did a nice job of drawing it forward. The comparative religion being taught by his father, little pieces of faith in here. And again, the theme of the whole season is faith, as we'll see as the episodes go on.
Yeah, especially this one.
Yeah. Well, they decided to beam down and learn more. Okay, they were going to bring Owo. And guys, I'm going to call her Owo because I cannot pronounce her full last name. I think it's Owo Sekun, but I am afraid of messing it up, so I'm just going to go with Owo. Now we're going to move on to the B story. Tilly and the Power of Math are experimenting on an asteroid captured in the previous episode. She's advised to end the experiment after a few warnings and a mishaps, but decides Space OSHA won't cramp her style. After extracting a core sample from the Metreon-charged dark matter-infused asteroid, she is caught in a dark matter explosion. Pike, Owo, and Burnham beam down and head into the church. There are stained glass windows with images from several Earth religions. One seems familiar to Burnham. A man named Jacob finds them and asks why they're not working in the fields. Pike passes themselves off as travelers from the north. They are taken to meet the All-Mother, Amisha. Amisha relates the story of the first saved and the angel that brought them here to Terra Elysium.
Yeah, I am still, even though I've seen this whole season, I am still confused by how they got there.
The actual how of it?
I don't remember if it's ever really explored. As far as the appearance of the angel, that obviously gets talked about later on, but as far as them basically getting transported there, and it seems like they were in the church and got transported with the church.
I think that was at least alluded to at the very minimum, you know. But yeah, it's not like she pulled out a red wagon and had everybody get in and dragged it there or something. Or they. I was actually thinking of that on the ride home, on my ride home tonight. I was like, how did they actually get from point A to point B?
This whole scene right here was pretty cool to me. Seeing the stained glass and how they kind of told the story of the first saved and all that stuff, and then even having their own basic New Testament.
Right.
And then even the All-Mother title, that comes from Norse stuff with the All-Father and Odin and stuff like that. So you see a meshing of that, and then like at one point, it's later on, but I'm going to talk about it right here. She says, "Peace be with you," which is a very Catholic thing to say.
Uh-huh. Peace be with you and also with you. Yeah.
Yeah. And at first I thought Pike's religion may be more Unitarian in nature, but once he just fired that back off, I was like, well, maybe he's kind of leaning more Catholic.
Well, except his father taught comparative religion, so even if he was like a Unitarian Universalist, he would be very familiar, I'm sure, with the greetings and ending of rituals.
Yeah, well, and I'm not sure that just the Catholics use that. I'm sure there's other Protestant denominations that use that.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure the Anglicans, the Lutherans, and maybe even the Eastern Catholics probably do the same or something very similar.
No, I didn't think about that fact that he would be at least schooled up a little bit based on what his dad was doing.
Yeah, again, it's just a very interesting thing that a throwaway line from the cage informs in this character now. It's kind of created like this element of his character and a role for his father just with a real throwaway line from 50 years before.
Yeah, well, I mean, to kind of flesh out the character and still have it based in stuff we already know, it makes sense that they would pull as much as possible from that little bit of stuff. But it's been interesting to see how they bring it forward.
Yeah. No, it's kind of interesting, and it does, as it develops throughout the season, I really enjoy how they've done what you used to do and really draw a lot of topic out of a very small thing,
I've been having trouble doing that on this because these episodes, we've both already seen them all. So there's not a lot of room for a bunch of speculation and stuff. It just wouldn't feel natural if we tried to dance around the fact that we already know what's going to happen.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, if we just had to pretend like, oh, what's going to happen next week?
But I think once we get into the new show, it'll come out a lot more.
Yeah. No, I agree.